You're a teacher, Mr. Gavin. A gay teacher. There's been an accusation, and that's all that matters.
Are you happy? It's an awfully big question, isn't it?
Hey, Jason. We're gonna see after rehearsal?
He's failing 3 classes.
He's gonna be one of those kids that ends up in a tower with an AK-47.
How did you let it get to this?
No, I know this one is specialty.
Look, we can't turn our backs on him.
Where are all the other kids, Mr. Gavin?
Just watch your step. What's that supposed to mean?
You know me. I would never put a finger on that kid.
They say he had to push you off him.
This is a shakedown. It's all about money.
These people are trying to destroy you.
We have to expose her as a mercenary, profiting from the fabricated abuse of her kid.
That's not a possibility.
Michael is innocent. This is all gonna blow over.
Wait a minute, that's mine. What are you...
He doesn't know, does he? About the arrest in '98.
There was a mix-up.
So you kept this from me? You think what they're saying is true?
I want you to look me in the face and tell me that nothing happened between you and Jason.
What was it about? I mean, I think the relationship between the two guys is just fantastic. It's, again, something we don't see all that often. What did you think when you first read the script?
Well, the first thing that popped in my head was the fact that this is a long-term gay couple and they live in Connecticut where it's legal for, you know, men to get married, but they choose not to. And that is something that not a lot of people tackle, or people think that just because you're in a long-term gay relationship that you automatically want to get married. So that was a fun aspect for Jason and I to explore. Second of all, Jason Butler Harner, who plays my partner, it was important for us, given the time constraints of this movie, because we shot it in 17 days, to create a viable, realistic relationship that you bought. He said early on to me, he said, in this movie, let's just dare to be mundane. Let's dare to, you know, because when you're in a long-term relationship, it's not all rainbows and butterflies. It's just times where you just want to, like, it's just not what, you know what I mean? And because we wanted to capture just little idiosyncrasies and things getting on each other's nerves, passive aggressiveness. Obviously they love each other and they care about each other, but there are some underlying issues. So wherever we could kind of plant that in, it was important for us to do that. And a lot of people are responding to that relationship, and that's just, I think, a testament to the work we did, but also just everybody on the team.
And then I feel like this is one of those movies, I know for me, where I was doing a lot of talking to the screen, because there are so many moments where you're like, no, just walk away. Just, why are you still near him? Don't touch him. Why are you going to grab him?
I know.
But it all lends itself to the telling of the story. And of course, the end of the story couldn't happen without that moment where you're like, why are you running after him? Have you had that experience in watching it with other people where there's that engaging thing between the viewer and the movie?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've seen it, I think, 3 times in the theater, and everybody has the same response, and this, especially a certain type. I call it like the black girl in the movie theater is like, don't go up those stairs, what you doing? You know, I feel like there are definitely times like that where you just want him to remove himself from a situation so people don't get the wrong idea. And so, but that's not how life is. Sometimes we just want to be proven right, and we don't. It reminds me of the Joan Allen movie, The Contender. Remember that movie? Mm-hmm. Where she was accused of all these things. She didn't feel like she had to explain herself. Everybody's saying, just say you didn't do it. And Jason, in this movie, he wants his actions to speak for it. And I think that's what's frustrating, but also realistic about it.
And what do you think about the idea of couples moving from the city to suburban life? Because that's, you know, obviously not a gay thing. That's an everybody thing. You get to the point where it's time to move on to the suburbs. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'm a city boy. I mean, I grew up in a teeny little town in northern Idaho, 1,200 people in the town, literally just like one blinking red light, super redneck, 40 miles from the Aryan Nation compound. So I went from one extreme to the other. Monty, my partner, husband now, We've lived in New York for 10 years now, and I can't imagine living anywhere else. It's just the fervor and the excitement of the city. But given that so many people want to have quiet and they want their kids to grow up in the green, as it were, I get it. It's not lost on me. I do understand the appeal and wanting to just get out of the rat race, so to speak, but not me, not yet. Love it.
When I first saw the title for this, I was so dreading that it was going to be a golf movie, so I was really relieved when it wasn't, by the way. And so, yeah, let's talk about marriage. I mean, the fact that gay marriage is legal now in New York, or was that something that you were personally waiting for to happen?
Yeah, I guess so. It wasn't really a conscious thing like, oh, as soon as we just always knew we would at some point. We've been together almost 11 years, so we felt married. You know, we became domestic partners about a year ago just for legal purposes and wills. We were filling out some forms and stuff. And then once Prop 8 and everything kind of started gaining momentum, we thought, when this is legal in New York, let's just do this. And then we just went down to City Hall and got our license, and then you have 45 days to do it. Otherwise, you have to go down there again, and it's kind of a hassle. So we thought, you know what? Yeah. And I have to say, everybody asks me this question, do you feel different? I do. And so does he. We just feel it's a slight little shift. It's just barely palpable, but we feel closer. We feel, I don't want to say legitimized because we felt legitimized before, but that's the closest word I can think of. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And now, how are you taking to this shift into so many feature films, TV? Because I know you started in Broadway, right? How does it feel to be off the stage and kind of in front of so many cameras so often?
I find it's the same skill set. I've learned a lot this last, say 4 years in starting to do television. First little guest spots, and then Tina Fey kind of shepherding me and helping me. You know, I've learned so much with her and Alec Baldwin on 30 Rock and then Glee last year. And I love performing. I love storytelling. Every time I'm in a new project, I get better. I get more confident. I feel like I'm becoming a really good actor, and I feel like the more I do it, the more I love it. So whether it's on stage, I mean, I do have some stage stuff coming up. I'll always do Broadway. I love it. There's nothing like that give and take, one time only moment in the theater where somebody forgets their line, lady in the front row is opening her candy. It's just a fleeting one-time thing, and then it's gone, and it's a special one moment. Nothing is more exciting and satisfying than that. But also doing little movies like this where it really means something and you have 17 days and you gotta nail your stuff and you have to commit and make strong choices. It's a different beast, but it's the same skill set. It's about truth and oh, that was such an actory answer, but whatever.
Well, what's the most challenging thing about working on a project like this that obviously has a limited budget, limited time? I mean, there must be a lot more pressure on you because it's like one take and then we gotta move on.
It's that. It's the time. It's the time. It's the fact that you don't have the luxury to do it 5 or 6 times. There are certain scenes in this movie. In fact, Jason in my first bedroom scene where I say, I want to get married, and he's like, I don't really want to get married. Literally that we had one take because we had 2 different company moves and 5 setups that day. So it was just, you have to get out of your own way. You have to get out of your head. You have to make a strong choice. You have to believe in what you're doing and just go for it. Because if you bail halfway through, it's just awkward for everybody. Yeah.
And so what's up next for you?
What's up next? Carnegie Hall. I'm doing my first solo night at Carnegie Hall on November 18th with the New York Pops. So it's like 100 pieces backing me up. It's almost sold out. Very exciting. Flying my parents in from Idaho. And
wow, no pressure there.
I know. You know what? I just thought, let's just do it. Go big. It's going to be really, really great. It's music of the Mad Men era, so it's very 60s and swinging and cool. A couple of movies I did this last year will be coming out, so will be something with Parker Posey and a few other things. Yeah, I'm just staying busy.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks so much, man.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
It was all over school, and I tried to warn you.
Is this what you had in mind for a retreat from the big bad city? You're talking as if I've done something. I did not molest Jason Williams.
What made you move?
I wanted to see green.
Bet you wish you stayed now.